What is up, you guys? It's Evan, and I'm back with another NCAA Football 14 Road to Glory game here. But before we get into the gameplay, I wanted to show you guys what the standings are, as in what the standings are for the award races. These are all the award finalists right now, and the only one I'm currently up for is the best kick returner, which changed a lot due to that game against Oklahoma where I returned 3 kicks for touchdowns. That really helped me out, so I'm now number 1 in the standings here. So we're going to start the game off with a kick return here, and this is a pretty tough game, or at least it looks like it will be, because it is against number 6 Oklahoma State. Before this game, though, they did lose their first game. They were ranked 4th, and we were ranked 6th, I believe, and they ended up losing, and we switched positions pretty much. So now we are undefeated, I think, at 10-0 right now, and Oklahoma State is, I think, 9-1. To start off the game, I have a pretty solid offensive series. I get the first down most of the time. I do well off of the screen passes. On the outside runs, I do pretty well. I've been working on my speed still. I think my speed's now at 98. My break tackle's getting higher. I'm trying to increase my strength as well. But as you can see right here, 3 rushes for 42 yards, and that's about a 14-yard average per carry. But later on in the game, I will not be getting as many touches for I don't know what reason. Right here, they did take me out of the play after that last read option, and we did end up just scoring a field goal. Right there, I get around the blocker, but somehow I trip and I fall to the ground, and I only get about a 13-yard return on the punt. So, it's still 3-0, and Oklahoma State is actually not going to score for a while. They, you know, I thought this would be a closer game, but I actually had closer games against people like Iowa State and Kansas. Those were actually closer games than this. And the upcoming game is actually going to be really good against my old team, TCU, because their defense is just so good that it becomes extremely interesting. But as you can see right there, the play selection is 11 rushes and 5 passes. But the thing is, I've only rushed it, I'd say, about 4 or 5 times, and the other times the quarterback has been running the ball. And that kind of gets annoying later on in the game, because he actually, when he decides to keep the ball instead of handing it off to me, sometimes I'm wide open for like a 10-yard gain, and he only ends up getting like a 2-yard rush or something like that. And as you can see, my teammate right there got a pancake block, which is pretty nice because it set me up for a 20-yard punt return, which I was not expecting really. Right here, we're going to do another one of those zone split plays that are actually pretty good. I cut inside just barely, and I try to cut inside again, but they do tackle me. But my guy is pumped up. It's 7 rushes for about 70 yards, averaging almost 10 yards per carry here. Get a solid gain here. It takes about 4 players to actually knock my running back down, and then there's a guy stepping on my guy's head. Right here, it's another, no, it's not a read option play. It's one of those weird quarterback running plays where they fake it, but it's not even an option. I think it'd be better if they just didn't have that and it was always an option, but for some reason they decided to use that in this game. And as you can see right here, we almost scored the touchdown off of that pass, but we were about at the 1-yard line, and they subbed me out for some reason, but we do end up scoring the touchdown. So I guess they were running a 5-wide set, and they had the quarterback run it in, or they threw a pass for a touchdown, which is kind of odd considering they're on the 1-yard line when they could always use their halfback or their fullback for that. But right here, they did do another option play. The quarterback, of course, kept the ball, and I was tackled in the backfield when I did not have the ball, just like that play right there. And see, the quarterback has 5 rushes for 19 yards, which seems like it's pretty good, but later on it's going to get much worse. I think it ends up being like 10 rushes for 20 yards, so he's averaging like 2 yards per every carry. Right here, I'm kind of trying to get more involved in the passing game, so I have been calling for the ball occasionally on these pass plays, but he is reluctant to pass me the ball for some reason. My catch rating is now, I think, in the mid-80s, so I catch it almost every time. And another run out to the right side, about a 5-yard gain here. Solid. I mean, you know, it's a lot better than I first started it out when I was averaging, you know, only like 5 yards per carry. Lately, I've been averaging like 7 or 8 yards per every carry. And right here, the quarterback throws a dumb pass that almost gets intercepted. But we do end up scoring a touchdown on that drive. But again, they did take me out. Look at that total yard differential, about 225 to 60. It's pretty big because they haven't even scored offensively or defensively even. They haven't done anything on offense to score. They haven't scored a field goal. They haven't even gotten a safety or anything like that, which I'm surprised about because, you know, they used to have a really high-powered offense. But now it's still 17-0 in the third quarter, which is surprising to me because I thought it was going to be a really tight game because it's number 4 versus number 6. It was going to be a battle of the top 5s, I thought, because we were going to be 5 and they were going to be 4 or 3, but they did end up losing the game, so now they're not even in the top 5, they're number 6. Calling for the pass here, I was wide open, but he did end up getting it to the other wide receiver, which I was happy about. As you can see here, there's 4 attempts in the red zone, 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and 1 time we did not capitalize. And we end up scoring another touchdown on that drive that we did not see because they did pull me out for that play as well, so we're now up 24-0 here. I cut out to the left side, and eventually there was 3 guys to knock me back on my ass. Which was kind of a weird animation, but you know, it's realistic, whatever. Another read option play here, and we've been doing a lot of read options lately, and I get a solid gain of about 6 yards on that drive, and there's about 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the quarter, and as you will notice going on, I will not get that many touches when it comes to the ball. The quarterback's going to keep it most of the time. But right here, I did end up getting it and got about a 0-yard rush. I thought I gained like 2 yards there. But once again, the quarterback does keep the ball. I thought I could have scored a touchdown, but, you know, maybe the guy would have jumped out and grabbed me if I did actually have the ball. But I'm not sure. 7 rushes for 22 yards right there. See, he's been averaging about 3.1 yards per carry, which I think is just way too low. You have to average at least 4 yards if you're going to carry the ball effectively. Right there, another great pancake block out on the left side, but I think it might have been the same guy that did it before. Really good blocking when it comes to kick returns and punt returns on my team. I'm really enjoying the kick return and punt return game because my guys are so effective when it comes to blocking. And they're just so helpful. I mean, it'd be just so much harder if they couldn't like hold on to their blocks as long as they do. And right here, the quarterback, on another read option play, he does keep the ball. You know, most of the time, the quarterback does make the right decision in keeping the ball, but he needs to be a little bit more effective when it comes to running the ball, or else we should just stop doing the read option, and it should just start being passes or rushing plays. Right here, it's another zone split play, and as you can see, the differential in yards is huge. It's about 370 to 112, and I cut out, and I bounce around out to the right side, and I do end up scoring my first touchdown of the game on a 16-yard rush, which I thought was pretty sweet. But the yard differential right now is about 200 in our favor, which is pretty ridiculous. They do end up scoring their first touchdown. It is now 34-7. They tried an onside kick, but we got the ball. And we're pretty much just going to run the clock down right here. I'm just going to do another zone split play where I run it up to the right side, but this time, on a 1 in a million times, they did not actually hold the blocking on this play. And I kind of got let down a little bit, but there, they held it perfectly, and I got about a 13-yard rush. There's 1 minute and 25 seconds left in the game here. There's probably no way that they're going to come back, but I'm just going to keep trucking along, trying to get as many yards as I can in this game, since I did not get that many carries. Right here is the play of the game where I bounce out to the right side around my blocker and do end up scoring the touchdown. I thought it was a pretty nice play. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. Comment, like, subscribe, have a nice day, and tell the Baylor head coach that I should get more touches. Thanks.